Hello everyone, this is icyabyss here, and today I am talking about Marvel Zombies, this mini-series released by Marvel last month as I'm seeing the date on my PC. I already made a review of the first two episodes and I will have it linked down below. And spoiler alert, I mostly just talk about the visual art style and animation in that video, and yeah, that video was very ranty as this one will also be, because yeah, no script, so be warned. Now, in my last episode, I said that the first video was mostly about, art style rant and whatnot, because I'm not planning, I didn't plan that the first video was going to be about animation and art style rant, and this video was going to be about the story. You can never plan with these things, but yeah, when it comes to the story, in my last video, I was very skeptical because I was seeing some certain signs that, yeah, I'm aware of Marvel. I've watched its shows, and usually my experience with Marvel is that it starts off really strong. Like Marvel has a really good way of opening up their shows with the first episode being really good and just hooks in people. And as you start watching it, every single episode after it disappoints you. No, not every show falls into this category. Like, there are other shows that break this rule that Marvel has, that the first episode is really good and the rest kind of just falls off. But most of the time that is the case, and in this series I was also thinking like, yeah, this is definitely going to happen with this one as well, up until the second episode. But then I watched the third episode, which was one of the best episodes that I watched, until I watched the fourth episodes, and that became one of the best episodes that I watched from this series. And this series only has 4 episodes, so yeah, like, this is a mini series. It ends on a very open-ended note. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but yeah, like, the twists and turns in the story, like, the whole story is that Kamala finds this small device that can possibly save the world from this zombie apocalypse, and basically the device is something that's going to call the Nova Corps, and they will come and save everyone. So everything in all of these 4 episodes, it's a bit of a spoiler now. So if you want to watch this show, which I highly urge you to watch this thing, because if you watch this video, I am going to ruin a lot of things for you. So if you're on the fence, just pause this video, leave, and come back anytime. I'm here and I'll be spoiling everything. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. The whole point was that Kamala had to get that small device into the outer space because it will give a signal so that the Nova Corps will come and save everyone. And like, just to achieve that purpose, so many people die. Like, you go on this journey and you see loved ones just die one after another, and everyone is just losing their shit. And finally they go into space and they activate the device, and as soon as they do, the Nova Corps is there. And like, at first it's like all glee and joy because yes, Nova Corps is here, they're going to save everyone. And then Valkyrie says, no, this is like weird, because if we send this signal is going to be traveling for a long time. Like, it's gonna take Nova some time to come here, so what's going on? And no, they didn't receive the signal, they were already here. And then the whole twist was that Nova was there from the beginning trying to contain the planet. They were never going to be there to protect planet Earth. They were going to protect the rest of the universe or galaxy from this infection. So yeah, amazing twist. Not only just that twist, but after it you have this amazing, gorgeous battle that I will dare say that it reminded me of Infinity War. Like, the battle that you had in Wakanda, it gave me that vibes, and anything ever that comes close to that fight is goddamn amazing and beautiful. And one of the main criticisms I had of the What If season was that it felt too vanilla. Like everything was just, it felt like it was made for children in mind. But no, not this series. In this series, Spider-Man is fighting hordes of zombies, and he attaches his webs to a couple of zombies and just pulls their heads off. In this episode, Zombie Thor is fighting with Cosmic Hulk. And then, I'm going to assume you've watched the series and you've come back, but yeah, Cosmic Hulk crushes Thor's head. And no, this wasn't something that was off screen. They show the crushed skull, and all the gore is there in all of its glory. And this is not something I usually expect from Marvel, because Marvel is now owned by Disney, and Disney has a certain policies because Disney wants to cater their content mostly for children. But this series felt so refreshing to watch after so many disappointments from Marvel shows. And most of the shows that I've just stopped watching, like the only reason why I watched this show was because I simply ran out of videos to talk about. Like, I didn't want to make another video on Marvel, but I was like, man, I need to talk about something. I guess I will watch this series, and I'm glad I did, because this turned out to be such a good surprise. Because believe it or not, I like watching good things by Marvel, and this is one of those rare things that I probably would have never watched, because like I'm doing YouTube stuff, so for YouTube, like I have to know about Marvel, what series it's making, and watch that series and make a review. I'm glad that I watched this thing, but so many of the other times I'm watching something from Marvel and I don't like it, and it's just a very miserable experience. And there are a couple of times I started watching a series and I started to review it episode by episode, and I just dropped it because I was just not even interested. But yeah, I'm sorry about this rant, but when it comes to the story, oh, the action in episode 4, oh, that is to die for, and that is not a pun. When it comes to Wanda Maximoff as the villain, I've already ranted about her not being something that I like as a villain. Like I said in my previous video, that maybe Wanda as a villain has been done better in comic books. As far as Marvel Universe is concerned, and as far as Wanda Maximoff's character and her descent into madness and villainous in the MCU, I don't like it. I don't like how Marvel handled her character. But in this series, it just works. Like, I feel like, like Wanda had to be the villain. Like, I after watching it, I can't imagine anyone else being that villain, that the role that she plays. Only she could have done that. And like, there are so many instances in this show that just makes you go like, wow. Like, that hype that you had, like, when I remember back in the day when I was watching Infinity War, like, I was like up on my seat. I was like, hell yeah. Like, that moment, that energy this show had. And this is a goddamn animated show. And I'm like, I'm so glad that Marvel made this. I wish there is more from Marvel just like this. Well, that's all I wanted to talk about. I guess I wanted to keep it really short, and I feel like I've gotten everything across that I wanted to. I can't go too much into the story without, like, it's something you guys can watch yourself, and I've already certified it, I've already approved it, so it's gonna be a fun watch for people. So yeah, hell yeah, like, watch this thing. This is really good, and I'm really glad I watched it, and I really hope that you guys as well. And when you do, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and as always, it's time for a goodbye.